Hey guys, welcome back to Previa Alliance podcast. This is Sarah
and Whitney.
And we are in the holiday season.
Yay, Christmas time.
You know, and I guess what I'm hearing from my mom friends, I'm feeling is, why does it always fall on mom?
That's a good question.
Like, why?
That's a very good question. I wish I had the answer to it. I think there's a few reasons.
Yeah.
So when you're someone like me that's type A and you have a hard time delegating and letting things go, oftentimes we think, you know what, it's just easier if I just do it myself.
Uh-huh.
That's a big thing. Honestly, we are so, even prior to motherhood, we're kind of so in the like household management stage.
Yep.
And we kind of take that on. And so then motherhood kicks in. And whose responsibility is it to know about pregnancy, labor and delivery, breastfeeding, car seat safety, all of those things? It falls on mom.
Well, you bring up a good topic, right? Because it's like mental load.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So the mental load is not seen, but it's all those endless hours that we're researching the best.
Yeah.
Like even for pregnancy, what should I eat? What should I not eat?
Correct.
Like, what's the best car seat?
Yeah.
Which hospital do I want to deliver at?
Exactly.
Which OB? What am I going to put on the registry?
What formula are we going to do?
What formula are we going to do? What passy works?
Uh-huh.
Okay, then it's like...
What bottle are we going to go with? What pediatrician are we going to use?
Then you have the baby, and then the baby doesn't go as planned, because why would they, right? And you're Googling, okay, this didn't work, what's wrong now?
Yeah.
So this mental load, we have been carrying...
for a long time.
And I would even say the mental load probably started when you got engaged.
Oh, for sure, because who does the majority of the wedding planning?
The woman.
Yes.
So
who do people go to figure out wedding details? Shower details.
The bride. So we have had this for a while.
Yeah.
And so it's no different that holidays hit, and Ellen Griswold said this famous quote, "Well, Clark, I don't know what to say other than it's Christmas and we're all in misery."
I don't disagree.
I don't disagree either. And I don't think we're being negative here. I don't think she was being negative. I think it's the misery that it's so much on mom, and it's too much on one person.
Yep.
It's so stressful. I mean, if you're thinking about, you're buying gifts.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. You're managing a financial budget constraint.
Correct.
You're navigating school breaks, childcare, sicknesses.
Always.
Who does the family reach out to 99% of the time to ask what your child wants, tell you what
does
their
your husband
child
want
wants
for Christmas?
What to get his mother for Christmas when it's not even your mother. And, you know, we're also on this perfect quest for like
the magic maker.
Magic maker, you know, and it's like that goes back
I'm not
to
Disney, okay? I can't make all the magic.
We pretend to.
We pretend to, and then where does it land us?
So it's overpacked, right? It's too much, and we see ourselves frantically running around like chickens with our heads cut off to the last minute, exhausted, schedules out of whack, and it just feels too much.
It is too much. And I know I've talked about this in a previous episode, but there's a book called Fair Play. And you go through all the tasks that you do, and then you write down everything that goes into that task. And it's a lot, like baseline. It's a lot.
It's a lot.
And then we throw in Christmas in the mix, and you talk about buying gifts, not just for family, but also for the Christmas parties that your kid is going to be going to, for the teacher gifts.
Oh, yeah.
Then you're going to be looking at, okay, well, what am I supposed to bring for the Christmas parties and all of these
I mean, you're trucking down and you're like, oh my gosh, Johnny needs cupcakes for his second party. And then you're like, oh, wait, I didn't buy this person a gift. Oh, then I got this work party.
It's a lot.
Oh, my kid's sick.
Always.
And I haven't slept.
That is flu, cold, RSV season.
It's a hard season. It's a hard season.
And then if you work, you have to maintain your job on top of all of that.
Because I was going to say, when school's closed out for like 2 weeks, or if not more.
I can't take up 2 weeks.
We can't just stop, right? And then the odds are that you and your partner, your spouse, whoever, you're both not just magically off. So say if, you're a stay-at-home mom, right? And you're used to that preschool.
Yeah.
And you could, have a break. You could get the house stuff done.
Yes.
Now your kids are home.
And it's a dumpster fire.
It's a dumpster fire. Or you're trying to work from home.
Oh.
And
Those people get all the credit and the kudos.
Here comes your Zoom calls where, your kid's popping up. And it just feels like you're going to crumble.
Oh, yeah.
And you do.
It's coming.
The cookie's going to crumble.
It has to.
There's a term I was reading about called the third shift. And that is when a mom clocks out of her normal daily work hours or home responsibility hours, right? So this, for most moms, looks like, if it's 5, 6 o'clock, you get home, you tag in the third shift, you get the babies down, you get them fed, then you do everything you haven't got to get done.
You got to hustle.
You got to hustle. So then you find yourself on Amazon. You find yourself wrapping presents. You find yourself. I am
not against some Amazon for Christmas presents here.
No, Prime shipping. Get here in 2 days. Even better. Yes. Then you just find yourself doing a whole lot more tasks. And that could be, physical tasks from like the dishes and laundry that have set there to the mental task of like, oh, we have these pictures. Oh, we need this outfit. Oh my gosh, I have to plan.
I got to decorate the house for Christmas.
Yeah. Or you could say, if you're trying to buy plane tickets.
Yeah.
All those things that a fairy people think comes and does. Yeah. Mom does it.
Yeah, Mom does it. Again, we are the magic creators.
We are the magical fairy that comes through and does it all.
Yeah.
And so, again, it goes back to the unequal distribution of the mental load that feels super heavy, and the hardest thing is it's unseen.
Oh, absolutely.
And so your partner don't get it. No, okay, and that is appreciation. And lack of appreciation, I think, is number one reason why moms feel resentful.
Oh, yeah.
Now, let's be real. Is our baby's going to say, thank you, Mommy, ever? No, right? That's totally, we're not saying that.
And I can't project that onto my kids for them to say thank you every single time I make a meal.
No.
But when you do this day in, day out, all of these things that you're constantly doing, when it goes unnoticed, unseen, but if you don't do it, then it's like, well, why wasn't this done?
Uh-huh.
Like a prime example, last year was my oldest daughter's first year of kindergarten.
Uh-huh.
Who packed her snack in a paper bag every single day of school last year?
Whitney.
I sure did. And you know what? There was one day I didn't do it.
Uh-huh.
And the reason I didn't do it, it was field day.
Okay.
So I knew that they were going to be having snacks and popsicles. And honestly, I was like, why am I going to pack a snack?
Right.
When I know you're going to be having popsicles there and I'm going to check you out early and we can just go grab something after field day. I can tell you, I got called out by my child.
Well,
she said, Mommy, why didn't you pack my snack? I said, because you were having popsicles at snack.
Oh, I get a snack review a lot. I'm like, well, why did you do strawberries today? And I'm like, what's wrong with strawberries?
Exactly. I thought you liked them yesterday.
You liked them yesterday. So, it goes to that. Like, you're like, I am already doing everything. And I think
then if we don't do, we get called out.
Yeah, you don't get called out. Or, this I always go back to. If you are not the one doing the mental load lifting of your family, you do not get to comment if she seems forgetful or she forgets something.
Right.
Or that is, you do not get to comment on that. You do not get to say.
That's not your territory.
Mom brain. You don't get to be like, what do you mean you didn't forget that? What do you mean? Okay, because she's carrying the load of everybody.
Right.
So that is one thing I'm like, oh, you don't get to do that.
No. Mm-mm.
If you don't want to keep these 15 to-do lists in my head,
right,
you don't get to comment on that.
Right. But I will say, to be a little bit of a devil's advocate here, and I'm talking to myself, we also have a little bit of a personal responsibility, which does add to our mental load, to say, I need help.
Yep.
I need to delegate out. Yeah. I need you to take over dishes. I need you to take over closing up shop at night, like wipe down the countertops.
Well, and I think I hear this from a lot of moms is they did it, but they didn't do it all the way.
Okay. I feel that in my soul because I'm the same way.
And they're like, it sends me into like rage.
Well, and that is one where we communicate our expectations of what is actually it being completed. What does that look like? And I have to swallow this pill too. Sometimes how my husband goes from point A to point B is not how I would do it. But if point B still is the same end result, I have to be okay letting that go a little bit.
So it's like, okay, maybe the dishes weren't put away exactly.
Correct.
Maybe they did the bathroom, but they didn't do
the mirror.
And you walk in, and I'm guilty. We're all guilty.
Yeah.
You don't see the 99.9% of the bathroom. You see the smudges on the mirror, and you go, "Could you not just
get this?
Get this?" Because then it feels like I can't give anything up because I still got to do something.
Mm-hmm.
And then you just feel, I don't know, you're like, my time's like, your control just feels like, well, why? This is why I can't give control.
Right.
And it just, you cycle.
Yeah.
And then you point out the smudge on the mirror. And to them, I'm never good enough.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This is why I don't help.
I hate to say that's why I don't bring it up.
Right?
Because I can't handle that extra mental load either.
Okay. Because then you get this thing of like, did you feel bad?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I know me and Bill's not the only people that go through this.
Like I've said before in another episode where my husband has gotten to where he's starting to help out with my kids' laundry, which I appreciate. He washes it, he dries it, he folds it, and he puts it away. But the way he folds t-shirts is just, I don't understand why that's how
I can see you getting hives now.
Like, I really dislike it. Here's my type A really coming. It doesn't make sense. It is not logical. It makes absolutely no sense. But do I say anything?
No.
I do not, because I don't want to lose that help and that assistance. So will there be times where if my kids are upstairs playing and I just go in there and I fold them the correct way? Yes, I do.
And do you feel your body relax when you?
Oh, absolutely. But is it worth bringing up to my husband? No, it's not.
And it's something you just have to learn as time goes. And I'm doing better.
Yeah.
Because you've had those moments, right?
Yeah.
That you're just like, oh gosh, okay, I should have said that. But it goes back to what can you actually do if you're not going to give it up? Start early.
Mm-hmm. Oh, honestly, we start our Christmas shopping in about August.
Yeah.
After my youngest birthday, at least because she's still in that toddler stage, I can go ahead and start buying for her. I can start buying for family members if I'm like, oh, that's really nice. I like that. Like Prime Day is coming up.
Yep.
That's a great time. Like our family, we do kind of like the nice white elephant thing. So it's like you buy a gift that's guy or girl and it's about $25, $30.
Yeah.
And you basically do Dirty Santa, but it's with nicer gifts.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, I'm going to be hitting up some Prime Day and be getting our gift game gifts.
But that's the stuff that even you guys do a Dirty Santa. Like instead of buying everybody a gift.
Oh, yeah, we can't do that.
You make that. I mean, there's some families that are like, oh, no, we're going to get every kid this or we're going to. No. It's just not financially reasonable for most people.
We have a very large extended family. We can't do that.
And then B, who has that time?
Right.
So it's like if you could say, hey, listen, there's now 15 grandkids. Let's play Dirty Santa with them. Let's all get something good. Or the adults. It's just like, let's do this. So
we much prefer the gift game.
Yeah,
it's fun too.
Offload that. Delegate. I will say, if you can delegate. That is like, I know there is tons of churches and high schools that they'll wrap your presents for you for like cheap because it's a charity thing.
Yeah.
Okay. There for it. Go.
If you're hosting Christmas and you want to do home cooked food, assign everybody something.
Yes.
Or say, here you go. Here's the list. We need desserts. We need meats. We need side dishes. Say, pick something off of there. Or this is what my family did last year. But again, we were in such a heavy season of grief.
Yeah.
We had it, I say catered, like we had just ordered Italian food ahead of time and we brought it in.
That's what I say. No one says like you have to have X for Thanksgiving and Christmas and Hanukkah. You can get whatever you need to order, pick up. They can
Michael's
deliver
family has
it.
always done pizza delivery on Christmas Eve. Every single Christmas
Why
Eve
not?
we have been together. That is their tradition. And one time I looked at my mother-in-law and I said, You're a genius.
You're brilliant.
I'm like, you're a genius because Domino's or Pizza Hut or Papa John's, somebody does the scut work. They bring it to you and you just use paper plates and stuff. And
guess what? Like if you are running around going, oh my God, the prime rib's burning.
Right.
The mashed potatoes are done.
It's not worth it.
I forgot the sour cream. I didn't wrap so-and-so's present. And you're looking around and you're not enjoying?
Right.
Come on. It's not worth it. So at some points, it's just like, especially if you're in these churches years, do what you need to do. Delegate grocery pickup.
Paper products to eat off of for the month of December.
I mean,
I'm just saying.
Focus more on traditions versus overscheduling. Like if there's one thing that means a lot to you, if it's seeing lights.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Oh, our kids love to go look at lights.
Put them in the PJs.
We do that nearly every night in the month of December because they love it. And let me tell you, I don't know what had happened. It was mid-December and I was just tapped out. Like I was just mentally exhausted.
There's a million reasons why I think you could have been tapped out.
I mean, just take your pick. I'm sure it's accurate. I won't deny it. And I remember picking the girls up. And I think initially I had planned on spaghetti for supper that night. Yeah. And my oldest was like, Mommy, can we get Chick-fil-A tonight? Yes, baby, we sure can. Yeah. Can we go look at lights tonight? Yes, we can. We will go look at lights as soon as we get Chick-fil-A. Let me tell you. Yeah. My girls were like, we got to have a car picnic and look at lights.
And that's the thing, kids.
They loved it.
You don't need a lot.
You don't.
We all fall victim to Instagram and Pinterest and Facebook, whatever.
But social media is made to compare ourselves.
And you're just like, you have no idea what's behind that person's, what they're showing you. You have no idea when they filmed that. They could have filmed that 6 months ago and had content ready to go.
Correct.
So
you just never know.
They could have so many things going on, and they could also be in the most depressive stage of their life. And you have no idea.
You have no idea. That's actually what we call masking.
Yeah.
Where someone looks like they kind of have it all together, but really they're struggling with depression, anxiety, OCD, but they look like they have it all together. They're masking.
I masked with my postpartum depression. No one would have ever known.
Yeah.
Period. Just because, especially social media, they just would never have known. And I think it made me feel like it wasn't real as well. But just realize, again, you don't compare yourself to anybody else's highlight reel. And that is what it is. You are not a bad mom if you are not making the 15th gingerbread house this season. Yeah. You are not a bad mom if you forgot that it was the school party. So you ran by Publix, you grabbed some chips, and you threw that and said, here you go. Merry Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
Who cares?
We always bring the store-bought food to the
I always try to do the napkins, plates.
Oh, yes.
Run by the dollar store.
Here's the beauty of that.
They got cute stuff at the dollar store. Don't sleep out the dollar store.
But here's a little PSA.
Yep.
Prime Day is next week.
Yeah.
Go ahead and buy Christmas and Thanksgiving themed paper products.
Yeah.
Well, then guess what? Christmas time rolls around. Boom. I'm signing up for that.
Yeah.
And I already have it. I bought it in July.
If you can go
ahead. And I did it.
If it's off my mental head. Do it. And guess what? After post-holiday sales, buy that stuff.
Okay, here's a little good PSA. Okay, if y'all have any local boutiques near you that carry super cute Christmas themed stuff, hit them up the day after Christmas.
Everything's like 60%.
Teacher gifts for the next year.
You just get you a little tub. Go to Lowe's. Go to Home Depot. Go Walmart. Get you a tub.
Yeah.
You label it.
Yep.
Your head.
Oh, I do that every year. I'll go hit up local shops and I'll get cute stuff, and I'm like, teacher gifts done.
That Christmas decorations that you see, you're like, how did she do all that? She probably went the day after.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Target the day after on their Christmas decorations. That's a great time to buy your Christmas
There's
decor.
Some good stuff. So, I mean, it's just, you're like, I think, you know what? You need a break. After holidays, you need to get out. Go out. Get yourself some stuff on sale and live your best life.
Absolutely.
Another thing, always say, do a little something for you.
Oh, yes.
And now, if you're newborn, you're the transition, you're like, if I get 30 seconds of extra sleep, that's something. Okay, great.
Yeah.
We're not saying
nothing. A win is a win.
But if you can go out, you can have a coffee with your girlfriend. You could sit in the parking lot. You could have that 10 minutes of time. You could drink your coffee hot.
Yes.
Do something every day to fill your cup in a season that is draining. It is like one of those cups that like you know, they give it to us at a restaurant the other day. And I was like, what? There was a hole at the bottom.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay. It
can't hold.
It can't hold. So I want you to think about that of like what you need to do for yourself. And again, go back to appreciation. Sometimes family does not show appreciation enough. And then holidays, it really feels like they don't.
Oh, correct.
So voice journaling.
Yep. Get it out.
Get it out. Showing kindness in this season, as cliche as that sounds, can help reframe.
Well, yes, it is a good way of reframing because unfortunately, and I think this economy has made things worse.
So worse.
Where if we're able to give $5 to somebody at the Salvation Army, the guy that's ringing the bell, or when I used to work downtown at a hospital here, frequently you'd have people that would be standing at the red lights asking for cash or whatever. You know what? If you have $5 in a granola bar, give that to them. And it does help you think, okay, yes, there are some hard things in my life. Yes, I am mentally drained. I am mentally exhausted. However, I have the ability to share this with somebody else. And that's a good place to be.
There are so many women's and children's shelters that need things, especially during the holiday season. If you are purging because your kids have outgrown, there's going to be families going to give, whatever.
Now you got
donate
me thinking I need, because we're 2 and done, and so I need to start putting my youngest away so I can donate it.
Donate it, because truly children's shelters, and I learned this because the VA I used to work with at Tennessee, we had a safe house on campus.
Yeah,
so that if the partner, whoever came, that it was a federal offense that they got charged with. So it was better. But there was such an influx around holidays.
Absolutely.
So those kids having something special,
something that's theirs,
is so, think about that, foster families, shelters. I mean, there's so much if you look inside your community.
Oh, absolutely.
It really is to give when you're not feeling appreciated. Just try it. You may be like, Sarah, that's a load. It's not.
Yeah.
Give it a try. Then come back and say, you know what, you're right.
Yeah. It may not fix everything with you not feeling appreciated, but it can increase your feelings of gratitude and empathy towards others.
It'll open it up enough so you can shake a little bit out of that mindset.
Yeah.
And that's sometimes all you need is you need a little reframe. And, maybe my family don't tell me thank you for wrapping every gift. Thank you for planning this meal. Yeah. But maybe you look around, you see their faces.
Yeah.
You get those hugs. At the end of the day, though, say no to things you don't have to do.
Correct. Boundaries.
We
are allowed to have boundaries. Boundaries are not a bad thing.
No.
They can be uncomfortable to put in place, but you don't even have to announce when you're putting a boundary in place.
No.
You can just say, I'm so sorry. Our schedule's so full. We can't make it.
It's okay to simply say no.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's not going to work. That, the mom who's sitting there going, her mental math of, okay, my baby naps during when we're eating, and she knows that the baby's not going to sleep, and she's going to be the one taking the baby, rocking, walking around, dealing with that, not eating. And she's like, I'm not doing it this year. Yeah, she's pregnant. Maybe she's over it. Maybe she don't want to answer these questions, whatever. Her mental health. She's like, I'm done.
Or if you've got an ally in your family. And you know that she might have some sensory overload if you go to the get-together.
Yeah.
Well, when it's baby's nap time and you have to go rock them, let your ally know that, and maybe they can bring you a plate of food. And when your baby's napping, you'd have to eat one-handedly, but maybe
we've all done it.
But maybe you can, eat in peace and quiet while your baby naps on you, and that can be your break.
I'll never forget. I was somewhere, it was Will, and an older mom saw me. And it was clearly one of those situations where everybody was eating. I wasn't, and she brought me over some pie. And she was like, she's like, is this weird if I say I'll feed you if I have to? And I was like, no, thank you. And I just I remember I started crying because I was like, no one had seen me. Yeah. God love Bill. He didn't even recognize, at that point, he was just trying to, I don't even think I was really in depression at that moment. I think I was just struggling. And I just thought, gosh, so word to the rise, if you are out of this stage where you could eat, your babies could eat, and they can potty on their own, and you could kind of let them be. If you see that mom, that was me in the corner, tag in.
Yeah.
Ask her.
Just check in. Do you need food? Do you need drink?
Totally
what can
okay.
I do for you?
Totally okay.
Do I need to hold the baby so you can go to the bathroom?
Whatever you need, she's got it. But just know at the end of the day, you're not alone. This is a season. We'll keep saying this to you. This is the season because it's a hard season. but we are going to be here through it. We have a Hey Whitney coming up later on, and we're going to hit some more kind of personal questions. So we're not done with this holiday season. We're here with you. But guys, hang in there.
That's right.
Eat you some chocolate. Get you a snack when you need it. Stay hydrated.
This too shall pass.
Take you a nap. Make your to-do list. Voice journal. Rage room. I just realized, really, truly, social media is not real life right now.
Yeah.
Keep that just in the back of your head.
Absolutely. It's a highlight reel for everybody.
All of us included. Okay, guys, till next time.
See ya.
Maternal mental health is as important as physical health. The Previa Alliance podcast was created for and by moms dealing with postpartum depression and all its variables like anxiety, anger, and even apathy. Hosted by CEO, founder Sarah Parkhurst and licensed clinical social worker Whitney Gay, each episode focuses on specific issues relevant to pregnancy and postpartum. Join us and hear how other moms have overcome mental health challenges, as well as access tips and suggestions on dealing with your own challenges as moms. You can also browse our podcast library and listen to previous episodes at any time. Please know you're not alone on this journey. We're here to help.